I want to tell you my coming out story. Not the first one, the second one. And I hate to say it, but the second coming out, it was so much harder. Coming out as an empath, as an ADD, neurodivergent, spiritually inclined human being, and the hoodoo voodoo part was the one part that almost broke me. I had so much shame about exploring non-linear topics like human design, astrology, and numerology. And the cosmic joke of it all? Before 2019, I had no idea that I was so far off course from the real version of myself. Hello, fellow heart travelers. My name is Christopher Box, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to go somewhere deep. I'm sharing a story that I'd never thought I'd be able to tell. It's the story of what happened when I finally realized I was an empath and I didn't know how to handle it. This is a story about emotional unraveling, a spiritual awakening, and learning to stop caring what was never mine to begin with. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by other people's emotions, if you've ever wondered, what the hell is wrong with me? Then this video is for you. Let's dive in. The invitation I didn't want. It all started in late 2019. Something shifted in the air and I got what I now call an invitation from my heart. I didn't want it, I fought it, and I fought it hard. The signs were everywhere, but I resisted the hell out of it. I had a good life. It was a beautiful life. I lived in Dallas, Texas. I was married. I owned my own business, had a beautiful home. I traveled. I lived. I laughed. I loved. And I wore great shoes. But underneath that life, there was a deep, dark chasm. And instead of going into it, I built a whole damn house over it. I decorated it and I made it sparkle. Until the ground gave away. In human design, I have a completely open emotional solar plexus and a mostly open G center. That means I was eating other people's emotions for years, not processing, not dealing, not healing, just shoving them down, and I called it coping. Then came what I call the Great Purge. This wasn't a cute detox. It was a full-body, soul-rattling meltdown, non-stop crying, a deep guttural ache that I didn't know how to explain. One of my coping mechanisms as an artist, I started making self-portraits about my experiences. I called this series The Way I Feel. Each piece was a timestamp in my grief, confusion, rage, and unraveling. I had no words, but I had plenty of paint. That's when I stopped trying to do it alone. I was very lucky. I had a new friend, Paul Willis, who showed up at the exact moment I needed someone who could see me, like really see me. He wasn't trying to fix me. He didn't tell me to calm down. He just said, I think it's time we do some work on your emotional solar plexus. And we did. Now, the funny thing is, on the surface, it felt mild. Paul's work was gentle, intuitive, quiet. But what happened inside of me was anything but that. The moment he helped open the floodgates, it was like uncorking a bottle that had been under pressure for decades. My whole nervous system revolted and I released. I cried for hours, days, maybe weeks. Okay, fine, it was months, maybe even years if I'm being completely honest. I felt like I was breaking. I really felt like I was dying, but I wasn't. I was opening. And that allowed a lot of really old hurt to finally be set free. Later on in my journey, I found Michelle Sinclair, a hypnotherapist and emotional alchemist, as I now like to call her. She introduced me to another kind of healing, one that didn't require me to relive everything to release it. Just a safe space, clear intention, and the courage to look at my emotional habits with honesty. I did 3 or 4 sessions with her, and one of them, we worked on the grief I couldn't name, the one that kept me in an addictive loop of emotional release. I was crying out of habit, out of comfort, even out of identity. And when the session was done and the grief didn't come knocking the next day, I panicked. I genuinely thought I'd broken something. Turns out I had healed something, but healing, like surgery, leaves you tender. You need time and integration. There were moments I wanted the old pain back just because it was familiar. And let's be clear, they didn't fix me. They helped me remember how to feel safely. They gave me tools to navigate my own storm without drowning in it, and I will be forever grateful. Now, I can hold the energy better. It's not perfect, but it definitely is better. I still get knocked around sometimes, especially in my close relationships, but I come back faster and I come back with notes. Being able to feel someone else's emotions without collapsing into them, that's the work and that's the gift. Empaths are like emotional tuning forks. We help others hear themselves. When we stabilize our own emotional field, we become a mirror, a space for others to meet their truth. If I could go back and tell myself this one thing, it'd be this: be patient. You are not broken, but your emotional body is asking for your attention right now. You're not weak. You are sensitive, and sensitivity is intelligence, and you're not alone. There are others out there doing this very work, feeling deeply, learning how to stop carrying what was never theirs. A few things that supported me through the Great Purge: energetic healing or work with your emotional solar plexus, hypnotherapy for emotional patterning, creating art as a meditation, study your human design chart, journaling after emotional interactions, being in a community with others who get it. And I would absolutely check your town to see if they have a float tank. It is something that I highly recommend for anybody who's having trouble holding or healing their emotional solar plexus. I'm going to be doing some videos about my float tank experience and how it kind of turbocharged my healing process. I want to make myself clear. This isn't linear. It's a spiral. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes it feels like 900 back, but you're not starting over. You're spiraling upward. And now I finally know who I am because I've seen who I'm not. That's the power of the purge. Woo! Okay, that was a lot, but we made it. And if you're still here, thank you. Truly, I want to hear from you. Have you ever gone through your own emotional purge? What's something you've realized wasn't yours that you were carrying? How do you tell the difference between your emotions and someone else's? And what's one thing that helps you come back to yourself when you feel overwhelmed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and I try my best to respond because this is a conversation, not a lecture. If this story resonated with you, please like the video and subscribe to my channel and follow along on this wild journey. You can also support what I do by booking a session with me, or you can go over and check out my artwork and candles, or come visit us in beautiful Eureka Springs, Arkansas. All the links are below. And remember, always follow your heart. Until next time, my friends.